Hello, and welcome back to our lessons on Microsoft Excel. We've been talking about navigating large files. In this lesson, we want to talk about Freeze Pane, which is another method of navigating through large files. In navigating through large files, when we scroll through, we talked about scrolling. When we scroll, all the data that is on our screen moves up at the same time. Let's say that we want to know what is under the headings here. In order for us to see under the heading, we have to scroll back to the top to see the headings, and then scroll down again. This could be painful and tedious. To use the feature Freeze Pane, what we want to do is freeze the rows, the headings, so that we can see them when we scroll. To do that, you click on the desired row. Let's say I want to click on member. If I click on member, I go up to my home page, my home row, and I select View. Under the View tab, you go over to the window section where it says Freeze Pane. If you click your drop-down arrow, you see options for your Freeze Pane. You have where you can keep the rows and the columns visible, or you can just freeze the top row, or you can freeze the first column. Here we want to freeze the rows and the columns, so you select here. Now when you select here, everything above the row and everything to the left of the column will freeze. So when you scroll, as you see membership roster for credential holders. It's not moving. To unfreeze, you go back up to your freeze and you click unfreeze. And then that way it'll go back to where it was. Now let's say I want to be able to see the headings of each row or each column. I come down to where it says my first one in B4, where it says my first credential. I go to Freeze Pane, and remember Freeze Pane, we want to keep everything. We want to freeze everything to the top of the row and to the left of the column. So we go hit Freeze Pane, and now what this does, it allows the headings of each column to stay in place, and then you can scroll here. Also, if you go down to your left to right scroll, you scroll, you see the names stay put, and everything else is moving. The rest is moving. When you select Freeze Pane, you have a line. I don't know if you can see the line here. There's a line here that lets you know that row is frozen above the line. The same thing to the left. If you look down here at column B, you see a line. If you click here, back to where we were before, and unfreeze, you see now the lines are moved. So now you don't have the freeze feature activating. Go back to freeze and freeze and freeze, and now you see the lines again. What I have right now for Freeze Pane is really a useful feature, especially when you're trying to see data without having to scroll up and down, back and forth to the heading. So for right now, we'll stop right here. We ask that you continue to stay with us as we move forward into our lessons, and as always, God bless you.